Okay, so welcome to the latest module from the 365 for Housing stack. This is the Arrears module. 4 key benefits to this one. It enables you to keep all customer contact in one place, so you know what's going on with that arrears case. Helps you log and track any agreements that you make with a customer, including any income expenditures as well, so you know sort of any pain points that the customers are feeling. It also enables you to add any benefit entitlements, and actually there's also workflows that will help you sort of stay on track and give you prompts. For example, you might be asked to follow up to see if there's any support needs for the customer. So what we're going to do now is we'll switch over to the video demo, so you can see the actual product in action. Cheers.
Okay, so here's a first look at the Rent Arrears module within the Dynamics 365 for Housing stack. This actual module will enable you to sort of keep all your contact with a customer during the arrears process in one place, log any income and expenditures that you complete, log and track any agreements that you make, and any benefits that the customer is actually entitled to. So we start off here at the case entity as we always do, and you can see here that I've started it off by putting a case title in of rent arrears and putting a subject in of arrears. And you can see this itself has generated an automatic task to basically remind me to check to see if the customer any support needs that we need to worry about or they need to help with. We'll close that. It can be via email, obviously relates to income, and description is okay. So we have the detail there. What we can do from here is actually move on to the next process. So we would traditionally keep this open, and we would add any activities that we have with the customer, be it phone calls or tasks or calendar appointments, would all be here. And then at the point we decide that actually we need to progress it to the next stage, we select yes there, hit next stage, and we're now creating our arrears module here. So we can see here that we can have conversation with the customer, we can identify if there's any direct payments to be made, and from here we can add any benefit. So if customers in receipt of, say, PIP payments, we can add that information, how much, and they're going to start on the Monday. Paid on the 5th of every month, we do that there. And we'd continue doing that and add each benefit that the customer is entitled to. The actual benefits themselves calculate in this field here as you add them in. During the conversation, also want to maybe complete an income expenditure, depending on how that goes. So we can add some basic information here. And then we can just save and close that. So we've got our total income, total expenditures, and obviously you can keep creating those as and when the customer's circumstances change. If they come to any agreement with you, again, you can add that information in. So we've agreed regular payments. It was made today. The current arrears stage 1, and the amount is, let's say, £7. And they'll start that to coincide with their PIP payments that are coming in. And they can do that every week. So we can see here that we're building up a picture of all different conversations we've had with the customer, and at the same time different workflows will be kicking in to give us activities which prompt us. So if we go back into our arrears, and the customer still hasn't really engaged with us, so we're going to move on to the next stage. We can see here that it's automatically generated the field there and said it's gone stage 1 or populated. If the arrears are cleared at any point, you can add that information here and that closes the case, but we're going to move on to the next stage. And at this point you then put the dates that you make any agreements with the customer, so we can see we can add those quite easily. All the time, if we go back to the main case, we can see here we're getting some prompts from the system. So we can see here that we've got a follow-up call that needs to be done, and we've got to create an agreement. Well, we've already created our agreement, so we can close that. But we may then want to go off and do a phone call. And once we've done that, we can close that activity too. So we now know anyone who lands on this case can see what stage we're at. We've logged an agreement, we've added benefit entitlements and logged an income expenditure. And then we've also got these automated prompts. Now what we're able to do from a reporting perspective is collate all this information into a dashboard. So we can see here we've got 9 arrears cases, 8 are at stage 1 and 1's at NOSP level. Our total arrears are £2,750. And we can see here the different types of benefits that customers are in receipt of. These are all our arrears cases here. And here are customers who have incomes less than £500. These are obviously then customers who you could maybe spend a bit more time with, provide a bit more support for, but you've got a lot of detail there. And this dashboard can be amended as you see fit. So there's a brief overview of the Arrears module within Dynamics, ready for you to download and use for free now. Thanks.